Always be closing? Sure. If it's 1987, go straight for the close. Are you trying to get lucky or are you trying to build a relationship? Hi, friends. In this video, I'm going to be introducing you to my proprietary sales model, connection based selling, where I will teach you how to ignite your sales by simply driving your connection to your customers. Hi, I'm Violet Rainwater, and I'm the host of the Woman of Tomorrow show, where we bridge the gap between business growth and spiritual development. Connection based selling is a framework that I put together after 25 years of sales. And it is a framework built on the premise that the deeper we can connect with our prospects during the sales process, the deeper the rate of conversion. Connection based selling is a 5-step process, and each of these steps are built on universal principles, friends. And so that means that each of these are going to be working for you 100% of the time. And I've put them together in a specific order to really help you maximize and optimize your efforts. The first step of connection based selling, and I'm going to be using my vibe map today, friends. If you have yet to download the vibe map, make sure you go to my website, www.violetrainwater.com, and download a copy of the vibe map today, because I will be using it today to show you how to use the vibe map to drive your results, friends, with efficiency and ease. So the very first step when you are getting in front of your prospects, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here and bring up my vibe map. The very first step is you need to assess and adjust where you are at. In my previous video, this one right here, you can watch it. I shared with you how you can really drive your results and maximize your efforts by getting yourself to the higher channels, by starting to operate at higher levels, just by simply changing your inner state. And so the most important thing when it comes to connection-based selling is how you show up, friends. So if you have forgotten to have breakfast and you're starving, if you didn't nurture yourself that morning, if you're stressed beyond belief, you have to find things that will allow you to get to channel 4 and to channel 5 before you walk into that appointment, friends. Because if you don't, the customer will not be able to connect with you. Even if you say all the right things, there will be an energetic block. When you are on the lower channel, so when you're down here on channel 1, 2, or 3, your customers can't connect with you because you're not connected to your highest self. It is your highest self that needs to show up to each and every single one of these meetings. So it's important to write down some strategies that you can use before you go to these appointments. For myself, I love a short meditation or a short yoga flow or a walk in nature, or even just getting outside, sitting in the garden has really helped me. The goal is to up your vibe, is to get up to channel 5, friends. All right. So once you have done that, the very next thing that you need to do is disarm your prospect. Why do you need to disarm your prospect? Well, think about it, friends. How do you feel when you walk in? Let's say you're going to be buying a car today and you walk into that dealership and all of a sudden like 6 people approach you. You kind of get that sick feeling in your stomach, friends, because we as human beings do not like to be sold to. We don't like it. We love to buy, but buying, we are in control. When we are being sold to, when we are being pushed upon, we don't like that. And so the minute that your prospect gets on the phone with you or gets in front of you, they already have their guard up. And if you, again, look at this vibe map and take a look at what happens when they sit down, they're down here. They're down here. Maybe they're worried that you're going to try to sell them something. Maybe they're annoyed. They don't want to be sold to. They don't want to be there, whatever it is. So the very first thing is to get them to channel 4. And the way to do that, I really had success disarming my customers, or prospects rather, by just letting them know that today was simply an opportunity for them to get to know me, for me to get to know them, and for me to educate them so they can make an empowered choice. I would flat out tell them, look, whether you do business with me or not is not my highest priority here. I'd love to earn you as a customer, but my job is to educate you. And so today is for educational purposes only. Knowledge is power. And so I want to empower you to make the best choice for you. And I would literally see their bodies relax, knowing that they didn't have to pull their checkbook out, knowing that they didn't have to sign any paperwork. And I followed through. I had a lot of customers that were ready to move forward right then and there. And I would not let them because I understand the value in letting people sleep on it and making a decision with a calm, cool, and collected mindset versus having buyer's remorse the next day. That's not the kind of business I want to attract. And so, really, just taking some pressure off of your prospects. Find some words, use mine. I'm okay with it, friends. That's why I'm here. I'm sharing all my tips and tricks with you. But find some words to really disarm your prospects, because here's what's going to happen if you don't. If you don't disarm them, even if you have the perfect solution, and the whole world can see it, they will not be able to see it because they're in a closed off state. They have to be open. And we are open when we are relaxed. When we're anxious, we're not open. We're not open to anything that could possibly help us in those moments. So it's really your job to disarm and get your customers comfortable. And you'll see it. You'll see their body language. Like if they're sitting with their arms crossed, they will open up their arms. If they are sitting kind of rigid, they'll relax a little bit. You will see it. So look for that evidence and continue to disarm them until you see physical evidence, and you can actually feel energetically when they begin to relax. The more you start focusing on reading your prospect's energy, the better you're going to get at it, friends. All of us can read energy. As energetic beings, as spiritual beings, we came here with the ability to read energy, to send out energy, and to receive more of what we're sending out. And so this ability for you to really read your customers is going to come in handy, friends, so you can drive your results with efficiency and ease again. All right, so that's step 2. Step 3, here is where we really begin the connection process, friends. And I'm going to bring back that vibe map because this vibe map is one of my foundational tools when I teach connection-based selling. You want to start off by creating the perfect image in mind for your prospect. You want them to connect to what it would look like if doing business with you was the best investment they ever made. And why? Because you want to get them up here. You want to go into their world and you want to experience what Channel 5 is like in their world, friends. And this is going to be so powerful for you because you're building a foundation of what they desire. Napoleon Hill once explained that desire is the starting point of everything, friends. And so we have to build that foundation of desire, and allow them to connect to it, because we as human beings, as spiritual beings, we think in images, we think in pictures, friends. So if I said, imagine your favorite pair of shoes, your favorite lipstick, the hottest guy you've ever seen, whatever, the hottest girl you've ever seen, whatever it is, images will start popping up in your mind because that's how we think. And so if you can get your prospect to start telling you what it would look like, tell me what it would look like if this ended up being the best investment you ever made. If I was able to solve all your problems and then some, what would it look like 1 year from now? I love using the 1 year later framework because it gives enough time for things to really happen. But depending on your sales process, what you sell, you could use, what would it look like a month from now, 3 months from now, 5 years from now? The point is you have to get them connected to their ideal, because that is going to connect them to their highest self. And now you got them at their highest self and you at your highest self. And now we are able to flow, friends. Now we are able to connect. So that is a crucial step. And spend some time there and make it bigger for them. Like if my prospect said, okay, if if it turned out to be everything I wanted, then I would be sleeping peacefully at night. I was a financial advisor and I specialized in insurance vehicles to help them grow their portfolio. And so what I would come back with, I would add to their vision. I would say, oh yeah, now the stock market has crashed just like it did in 2008. We got a 60% correction and you are sleeping peacefully. How does that feel? And you'll be able to feel how good it feels to them. And right when you have built it, friends, right when you have built it, you are ready for step 4. Step 4, now you are ready to go for the pain. You want to go straight for the pain. This is where we really start asking those discovery questions, friends, in order to connect them to their pain. Let's bring up the vibe map and I'll show you why. All right, so you got them here, friends. They're here. This is your foundation. But what's going to sell this is you solving their pain. See, I have been studying human behavior since I was a little girl, since I first landed in United States, and I was just fascinated with people and success, and I wanted to be successful like them. And what I learned in my 40 years of studying people is that we are truly driven by only 2 things. We are driven by this desire for joy and happiness and to feel pleasure, and we are driven by wanting to escape and avoid all possible pain that we have in our lives. We don't want to experience pain. So we want to move away from the pain, friends, and we want to move to pleasure and joy. And so that's what this step is about. You are going to ask them, really get them to tell you, what is the problem? What is going on right now? Share with me what your pain points are and really dig at those pain points. Just dig away at those pain points and then follow it up with, well, what happens if we don't solve this problem for you? What is it going to look like if things continue for you like this 6 months from now, 9 months from now, 1 year from now? Get them to really think about what it's going to look like if they don't have a solution for this, if they don't buy from you. And the reason being is they're going to buy because they want you to solve their pain. And so you want to go into their world and really hear them talking about the pain, because the very words that they're going to give you, the very word tracks, phrases that they share with you, that is what you're going to use to remind them what you're going to be avoiding. And so throughout the remainder of your presentation, you're just going to go between this channel 5 and channel 2. You're going to be reminding them why they're doing this so they could flow into channel 5. You're going to guide them to channel 5 away from channel 2. And obviously, you're not going to use the channel language with them, but you're going to use whatever their pain points are and whatever their desire is, friends. And that is how you connect with your clients in the deep, friends, by connecting to their pain, by connecting to their desire, and by allowing yourself to go on this journey. You're really guiding them. So you're taking them on this journey, flowing them closer to doing business with you. And here is the final step, friends. And this is not easy. This is not easy. And this was so hard for me. Then you got to let it go. You got to send them off with non-attachment, no attachment to the end result, friends. You have created an image for what you want the end result to be, but it's important for you to not have an attachment, because if you do, this death grip of yours is going to take you from a place of receiving, which is where you need to stay, to a place of not receiving, to a place of blocks. Because when you are holding on, let's go back to the vibe map and take a look at what that looks like, friends. Let me remind you. That means you're worried that you're not going to get the sale. That means that you feel you have no power here, friends. You have forgotten the influence that you have, the power that you have, the light that you have, friends. And so it is so important to really just let them go, because then you are sending a message of peace and of knowing your worth, friends. And that is one of the greatest secrets. For so many years of my career, I held on so tightly to all these sales. And although I worked so many hours, friends, I was one of those sales professionals that would put in 70 hours a week because that's what I thought I needed to do in order to be on top, in order to make the kind of money that I wanted to make. I had yet realized the power in really allowing things to flow. And so it was a practice, friends. And I found the bigger the opportunity, the more of a death grip I'd have. But the bigger the opportunity, the more we have to stay in our knowing. We have to stay in peace. We have to stay in our knowing. And we have to trust that if they do not come back, that is for the greatest good, friends, because rejection is our protection in this world. It is our protection, friends. And so give these 5 steps a try. In summary, you're going to assess and adjust to make sure you are on channel 5. You're going to disarm your customer so they can get off of channel 2. You are going to start connecting with them in the deep by connecting them with their desire on channel 5. Then you're going to go straight for the pain. You're going to go straight for the pain and start flowing. Your presentation will flow between their pain and what you'll be avoiding and their pleasure and what you will be delivering. And then you will let them off. You will send them off in light and love. And know that if it is yours, it will come back. Nothing will keep it away from you because what is yours will know your face. What is meant to be yours will be yours, and nothing will keep it from you. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this framework. Let me know how this works for you. This should take all the stress of selling off of your plate and allow you to just become the natural sales professional that you are. Every single one of us came to this earth experience to share our gifts and to sell. Here's my gift. I'm going to share it with you. And in doing so, I'm going to help you, friends. Sales is a beautiful art. And the minute that you can start really seeing it for what it is and seeing the opportunity that you have to add value, to be the light, to lift up your prospects, to make them laugh, to get them up to channel 5. If you can do that and that alone, if they can leave from your meeting feeling better than they did before, and you have done your part to educate them, friends, then God is pleased, and so should you be. All right, friends, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share. You all have a great day, good selling out there, and I will see you soon.